Alright, hi guys. I just thought I would record the video lesson today, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that. Okay, so one, you can't see my video lessons that I'm uploading in Odysseyware because since you guys are already enrolled, for some reason it won't let me create assignments afterwards. So you can't see those, and I'm really sorry about that. If you want any of the documents I've shared in any of my videos, please email me personally and I will get that to you. Okay, so the next couple of weeks we're going to be talking about writing and really focusing on writing because I think this is really important for you. So we're going to start out with thesis statements this week because those are so important, and then we're going to go back into TA Babe C and really how to formulate your paragraphs, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so we'll get into thesis statements today, and I will be doing a Google Forms, and I will send out a Google Forms to all of you, and this is how I'm going to collect my data to see who's responded back to me, and that's where you'll input the keyword, and then I thought I would put points into already existing assignments for you guys when you watch the videos, for those of you who do watch the videos. So it's like extra points until we can figure out for next semester on how to add those videos. So I'm sorry that it's been kind of a headache, but we're troubleshooting here and we're trying. Okay, so let's get started with thesis statements for today. Hold on, I gotta find it. I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. Okay, so writing a thesis statement. These are really important. Okay, so before we even get into it, what is a thesis statement? A thesis statement is a guide map to your entire paper or essay or really even a paragraph. For most students' work, it's a 1 or 2 sentence statement that explicitly or directly outlines the purpose or point of your paper. The rest of your paper or essay or any other form of paragraph writing or backup is near the end of your paragraph. Okay. So what does a thesis statement include? The most important thing to understand before you create your thesis statement is that it must contain 2 parts. A subject, also called a topic, and an opinion or assertion about the subject. This thesis sentence must contain an arguable point. It must not simply make an observation. Okay, so you guys should be very familiar with assertion. That is your opinion about a topic, because when you are writing an essay or even a paragraph, guess what? You're the expert of that topic, so you have to have an opinion. It has to be arguable. That means somebody can either be like, I don't believe that, or I do believe that. It needs to be arguable. And you need to understand that when you're writing thesis statements. Okay. Oop, forgot to click the box. Okay. So, what does a thesis statement include? Strong thesis statements with a strong thesis statement with an arguable point. Okay, so because the polygraph has not been proven reliable, even under the most controlled conditions, its use by private employers should be banned. Okay, this is a strong thesis statement. Why? Because it has an arguable point. Okay, because people could argue that no, it shouldn't be banned, or yes, it should be banned. This is arguable point. Okay, a weak thesis statement. This that makes an observation. The first polygraph was developed by Dr. John A. Larson in 1921. That's not a thesis statement. That's just a fact or an observation, okay? This is arguable. This is a strong thesis statement, and it tells you exactly what you're going to talk about. It gives you, like we talked about before, topic. It gives you topic, which is the polygraph, and then an assertion. Its use by private employers should be banned. Okay. Why have a thesis statement? An essay without a thesis statement is like a car without a driver. So what does it do? Helps you start drafting. It helps you keep focus. It helps to narrow your subject. It serves as a point of reference. It really gives you the whole talking point of what your whole essay or paper or even paragraph is going to be about. It is that driving force. It is the main focal point, and you're always going to tie back to it. Okay. So why have a thesis statement? The thesis statement must control the entire argument. Every paragraph in your paper exists in order to support your thesis statement, okay? Now this is important. Everything has to go back to that thesis statement. Everything is supporting it. That's why it really helps you kind of draft your paper. When you know your thesis statement, it's easier to write your paper, okay? So, I lost my train of thought. Hold on. So, it goes back to support it. Okay, and this helps you even with your writing your paragraphs, because guess what? You're already going to know your main assertion. You're just coming up with different points off of that thesis statement. Okay, so accordingly, if one of your paragraphs is irrelevant to your thesis choice, sorry, I can't talk today. Accordingly, if one of your paragraphs seems irrelevant to your thesis, you have two choices. You need to either get rid of the paragraph, that's why this little hand moved, or you need to rewrite your thesis statement. Okay, so if nothing ties back to your thesis statement, you need to get rid of it or rewrite your thesis. Okay, so there are different types of thesis statement. One is persuasive. And a persuasive paper makes a claim based on opinion, evaluation, or interpretation about a topic and proves this claim with specific evidence. A persuasive thesis statement attempts to convince the reader of something, hence the keyword persuasive here. You're trying to convince somebody. Okay, another type, so here's an example of persuasive. High school graduates should be required to take a year off to pursue community service projects before entering college in order to increase their maturity and global awareness. Okay, so this paper, you know exactly what it's going to talk about because it has a topic, high school graduates, as well as an opinion or an assertion should be required to take a year off to pursue community service projects before entering college in order to increase their maturity and global awareness. Whoa, that's a mouthful. And it's persuasive because it's arguable and you're trying to get somebody's opinion to go back to this or to persuade them to agree with you. Another type of thesis statement is expository. An expository or explanatory paper explains something to the audience. Okay, so an expository thesis example is the life of a typical college student is characterized by time spent studying, attending class, and socializing with peers. Okay, you know this paper is just going to tell you kind of what's up and what it is. This is exactly what a college student is talking about, and look, you have 3 main points: studying, attending class, and socializing with peers. Okay, another type of thesis statement is analytical. An analytical paper breaks down a topic into parts, examines each part, and determines how each part relates to the whole topic, kind of like a puzzle. Okay, here's an example of an analytical thesis. An analysis of the college admission process reveals one challenge facing counselors: accepting students with high test scores or students with strong extracurricular backgrounds. Okay, you know that you're going to be breaking these apart and tying it into the admissions process. Okay, another type is literary analysis. A literary analysis paper examines a particular aspect of a literary text, such as theme, characterization, setting, and conflict. A lot of you do this, whether it be an essay or even paragraph writing. A lot of your questions in Odysseyware ask you this, so this is kind of important to know. So let's look at an example. Okay, so here's an example. In the characters of Daisy, Tom, and Gatsby himself, Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby depicts a corrupted version of the traditional American dream. Look, it has 3 different parts. You're breaking down each character and analyzing it. Or Sinclair Lewis's 1922 novel Babette relies upon the author's use of satire to critique the ignorance, mediocrity, and conformity of the American middle class. Okay, you're breaking it down. And this is what you should be doing in your responses as well. Okay, so what does a strong thesis statement have? A strong thesis statement should take a stand. Don't be afraid to give an opinion or to criticize. Again, it's like I've told you. When you're writing, guess what? You're the expert. Whether that be an essay or a paragraph, you're the expert. You got to take control. Have an opinion. Take a stand. Okay, now to justify discussion. Choose an argument that leaves your reader thinking rather than saying, so what, or what's your point? I can't stress this enough. You should never walk away from something thinking, so what, or what the heck's the point? Because that's no fun, and you don't want to make your reader think, so what, or what's your point? Justify your discussion. Answer those questions. Next is to be restricted. Choose a specific and manageable topics. Readers are more likely to reward a paper that does a small task well than a paper that takes on an unrealistic task and fails. Okay, I can't agree more with that. Okay, so it's one time when I was teaching back in Arizona, where I used to live, I'd asked somebody to give me a topic for a paper. And they'd be like, cats. Cats is a really broad topic. Can somebody narrow that down for me? And somebody could say black cats. Okay, well, what about black cats? Let's get more specific with that. They'd be like, well, black cats are associated with Halloween. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. What about black cats make them associated with Halloween? Well, black cats are spooky and they're like bad luck. There, we're getting somewhere. We're making it small. Again, it's about quality rather than quantity. Having an essay just about cats is going to be broad and boring, but having an essay about why black cats are bad luck, that's specific, and that is quality. Next. But how do I write a thesis statement? A thesis statement generally consists of two main parts. Your topic plus the analysis, explanation, or assertion that you're making about the topic. It's really simple formula. So for example, many college students work while attending classes. Okay, that's boring. This is not a strong thesis statement as it is only a topic. Working while attending college classes remains necessary for many students, but unfortunately, many problems result from the difficulties of balancing work and school. This is a strong thesis statement because it has a topic and an argument/assertion about the topic. Okay? Make it strong. Make it arguable. Now, here are some problems. So do not do the following. Announce your thesis. In this essay, I'm going to tell you about Mackenzie College and why you should go there. Don't announce that. That's not good. Or confuse your reader. Make sure the topic and point are clear. Again, you want to be painfully clear. It cannot be a fact. Doesn't allow you to prove anything because it is already factual. And don't be vague. Words like good, bad, right, and wrong don't convey specific meaning. Pull out those thesauri. And get descriptive. And it cannot be a question. Don't you think animal testing is inhumane? This does not give a point of the paper and leaves it open for readers to fill in the blanks. You never want somebody to fill in the blanks, okay? You want to tell them what's up. You are the expert and you're telling them, and it is up to them to accept what you say or not to accept what you say. That's why we have arguable points. Okay, now in this next thing, I'm going to just touch on it real quick here. For your thesis, you can also think about this. 3-pronged theses or 3-point theses. I love these. You can also work up to them, but they have context. This is your topic, okay? And then a connector like however, therefore, and then prongs. These are the 3 different points of your paper. So I can show you an example of this. Let me find it. There was a good one in here. Okay, for example, this is a 3-pronged. The life of a typical college student is characterized by time spent studying and attending class and socializing with peers. Okay, so you have your topic, the life of a typical college student. And then you have a connector, which is normally like is characterized. And then you have time spent studying, attending class, and socializing with peers. That makes those 3 prongs, and really makes it 3-pronged is those 3 different topics you're going to talk about right here, 1, 2, 3. But this is just like a nice little snapshot for you if you like to diagram things and think about it. Okay, so that is thesis statements, and if you have any questions, again, I keep going in and out for that window, sorry. So, okay, that's thesis statements. Please review that, watch it, kind of understand it, and this is what I expect from here on out. You should have an identifiable thesis statement. Okay, keyword. Let's do cat. Cat is the keyword for today. Okay, so I will be sending out a Google Forms for you, and that's how you're going to complete this from now on, and I will be adding a point to the assignment. And that's how we're going to go for this semester for the rest until we figure things out. Again, I apologize for any headache. I'm available on Thursday, 1:15 to 2:15 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for if you need me. Call me, text me, email me, leave a message down in the YouTube comments, and I will respond to you. So keyword cat. Don't forget to fill out the Google form, and I will send that to you guys. And if you have any questions at all, let me know. And next week we will talk about T-A-P-C and build upon that a little bit more. Have a great day.